Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you another scrapbook layout from my Alaska cruise. And I'm going to document our stop in Juneau. We did a whale watching tour, and I'm going to create a layout using papers from the Nature Walk collection, along with papers from Peaceful Garden. And then these are the stickers from Nature Walk, and I'm going to use a bunch of those, and then I'll pull some of the pieces from the Exploring Nature scrapbook kit. So these are the pictures that I'm going to scrapbook. Now, when we went on this tour, I didn't want to spend a lot of time trying to catch pictures at the right time. I just wanted to experience it. So we saw everything, but I came away with only a few pictures, and they're just of the scenery before we got to locations where the naturist could point out various animals. So it was one of the best tours I've ever done, but I don't have a lot of pictures, but I still want to scrapbook it. So I went to my Cricut and I cut out a bunch of different animals. We saw whales, and we saw a pod of orcas, and we saw seals and lots of other things. So yeah, it was a really good day. So I really want to scrapbook and document this day and this excursion. So this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to start with white as my base, and then this paper from Nature Walk, I think it kind of looks like water, so that's going to be at the bottom. And then the Peaceful Garden papers are going to be at the top, and it looks like sky. So I've cut some strips here. And I'm going to use, I went to my stash and I pulled a die collection of waves, and there is a collection available from Stampin Up right now. So I'll put a link in the description for that set, and you could easily recreate these using that set. So I die cut strips of waves in various colors, and I'm going to layer them. And then I die cut the patterned paper in this other interesting cut that looks like water. So that'll be at the base, and then we'll have waves above it. And then the sky is at the top. Okay, so we're going to layer everything in here. And I'll fuss with it quite a bit until I start tacking things down. These strips just want to roam all over. So we'll just lay them there, and they won't be straight until I actually get them tacked down, but we'll go ahead and layer everything in and get it set up. And then we'll bring in the pictures. So we had a naturist on narrating our cruise or tour on the catamaran, and she was from the college that's up there, and she was just the best. She knew so much, and she answered everyone's questions and was really interesting to listen to. And oftentimes the person who's running the tour can make or break an excursion, and she was really good. And at the end of the tour, one of the people asked, okay, was there anything that we missed? And she said, no, we have seen everything there is to see. We saw eagles, and there was a bear that you would need binoculars to really get a good look at him, but he was over on the shore. And yeah, we saw everything. So it was really good tour. So I brought in some of these strip stickers from Nature Walk, and I will trim them down. But first I'm going to bring in a couple other sheets of background pattern paper. This one, the lighter one, is from Peaceful Garden, and then the green one, I just wanted to bring in a little pop of green to shake things up a bit, and that's from Nature Walk. So I'll have a banner over on the left side, and then just a strip, like a border strip over on the right side. So, and I'm kind of working with smaller pieces that were cut, they were offcuts from another layout, so I'm going to make these work. So we'll go ahead and slide this one in, and I'll figure out quickly I put it in the wrong direction. So we'll switch things around, And then I'll bring in another piece of pattern paper that's also from Exploring Nature and primarily Peaceful, no, Pretty Peacock. Okay, so we'll get things set up again because we've got all our strips of paper wandering around. And then there's that Pretty Peacock patterned paper. Okay, so we'll bring in the green Mossy Meadow pattern paper strips, and we'll create a banner over on the left page. Just a little pop of green, and that'll bring everything together. So then we can start bringing in those Cricut cuts. So I have Cricut Access, and I just plugged in humpback whales, orcas, and harbor seals to do my Cricut cuts. So those were my search terms. So the whale is cut in Secret Sea. And then the flip side of Secret Sea, I cut the seals. And then the various parts of the orcas, I cut in black and white. So we were in for a treat because there was mama whale and baby whale, and they were just having a fun day, and they were breaching. So when they jump out of the water, go to the side. We didn't see any tail flaps, but mama and baby were just having a grand time, and they just kept breaching out of the water multiple times, and it was just the coolest thing to see. So then there was a pod of orcas, and they were looking for breakfast, and they saw harbor seals. We didn't see any carnage. They didn't catch them, but it was quite a chase. So, yeah, it was just a really cool thing to see with all the different animals and the wildlife out there. So we've got different parts of this orca with the white that I pieced together. So making sure we have everything to complete that image. And then we'll bring in the seals. So at first I was going to put them over on the left page, but they were disappearing against that green. So I wound up moving them over to the right page, and you'll see that in just a few minutes. Okay, coming together. And then off camera, I went to that sticker sheet, and I like to cut my stickers from the carrier sheet, or I like to cut my stickers out still attached to the carrier sheet. So you'll see those in just a minute, because then I can play with things and they're not sticky on the back yet, and I can move things around. So let's create a banner. I'm just cutting vertically in the center, and then I'm taking each corner to meet that snip. So I'm not, the vertical snip that's in the center, I did not go very deep because I wanted it to be a really shallow dovetail. So the deeper cut you make, the more angled your dovetail will be. So we'll go ahead and place this banner, and then off camera I will glue things down. You don't have to watch that because that's kind of boring and it takes a long time. So, okay, we'll add everything over there, kind of putting things back as we get some things tacked down. So you'll notice that the long border stickers, I've trimmed those down so they're not 12 inches long. They're the length of the background papers. And then I've got some stickers here, and those two blue ones, they're actually banners as well. And then I cut some leaves out of gold foil using Nature's Symphony, just for a little pop of shine. So we'll go ahead and set things back up right here. And then I've got a journal block from the Exploring Nature Scrapbook kit. And I'll do some journaling on that. So we've got some more stickers. I'll set them up there. And then a tab, and off camera I will write the date on that. And a couple more stickers, we'll bring them and create some more clusters. And that other gold foil piece. And then I've got the journal block with the 2 harbor seals. I'll put them on the right page because they'll show up a little bit better with that white background. So before I put that down, I'm going to do some stamping on that journal block. So let me bring in the different sets that I've used so you can take a peek at them real quick. Fussing with those strips. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking in the background, making a fuss. Okay, so off camera, I cut out my title using the mini alphabet. I'm sorry, I gotta go see what the dogs are barking about. 1 second. Barking at some workers over at our neighbor's house. Good grief. Okay, so these are the sets that I used. So this is Nature Symphony, and that's what I cut those leaves out using gold foil. And then this one is the mini alphabet set that I cut out. My title, Juneau Wildlife, with white cardstock. And this last one is Exploring Nature, and I'm going to use this stamp that says best day ever, because it was. And so I'm going to stamp that at the top of my little journal block, and then I'm just going to do some bullet journaling off camera, just to list the various animals that we saw. Okay, so I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. I have my stamp here set up on my block, and we'll go ahead and stamp that out at the top of this journal block. Okay, and then off camera, I have glued everything down. And then to finish things off, I'm going to add a little bling. These are no longer available. They're bronze dots. However, the faux bronze pentagons are available, and I'll make a list of all the supplies that I used with links in the description below. I was at a retreat and forgot to bring the bronze pentagons. That's okay. I used what I had. So we'll scatter a whole bunch of those around, and then I'll pull these closer to the camera. So I will have still shots over on my socials, and I will put my links to my Facebook page and my Instagram account in the description below. Just hit the more button and you'll find all kinds of information. So don't worry if you haven't taken a lot of photos and you still want to document an event. You can make it work. Get Cricut out, cut some images, get some stickers out, and you just need a few pictures and you can still create a fun scrapbook layout. And a purchase from my online store would really help me out. It helps me to continue making tutorials and enables me to send happy mail with little gifts with your purchase. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.